Everybody ready? Yeah. Hit it.
What's that behind me? Is that an airplane? No, it's a helicopter made of blocks from Duplo. That's my favorite toy. If you a young girl that thinks you a boy, that's Duplo. Go on, get your kids some Duplos, man. Real ninjas, Popeyes. Yo, got a hunger, what's hitting the spot? These wings right here, that's signature hot. But then we go over here, then I cause harm to y'all. When I'm getting them roasted garlic parmesans. Sweet and spicy wings, them the things. Hey, yo, tell me what you think.
Give me the combo, chicken and fries. Dark meat only, legs and thighs. Red bean rice, I love my sides. And give me my Sprite minus the eyes.
No ice, it makes my teeth cold. Because can't you see that he's old with the gray? But back to the wings, they so delicious, I love the things. Now, the ghost peppers, that's whatever. But make sure I got ranch when I endeavor. And lastly, got the honey barbecue. Licking and sucking our fingers, what we ought to do. Then we back to signatures, and we out. Catch Real Ninjas podcast without a doubt, yo.
If you wanna get your body right, that's presidential fitness. Wanna get your booty tight, that's presidential fitness. And the star is born with the unicorn at Presidential Fitness.
That's right, Presidential Fitness, where they offer men's and women's fitness classes, jiu-jitsu, youth classes, and even high-intensity workouts. So if you need to get your body right, come see us at Presidential Fitness, located at 4179 West Jefferson.
If you wanna get your body right, that's Presidential Fitness. Wanna get your booty tight, that's Presidential Fitness. Then the star is born with the unicorn at Presidential Fitness and Female Emporium.
Oh, come on, Coach. What's up, man?
Morning ninjas. Morning ninjas. Morning ninjas.
Morning, Ninja. Welcome to the Morning Ninja, where I'm bringing you that cushion coffee and spill a little bit of the tea. I'm your host, Prez, and welcome to Morning Ninjas Sports, where we give you that cushion coffee and give you the sports news. So, this isn't your traditional sports commentary show. This is a show where we give sports-related news. All right, so pretty much anything having to do with sports, figures, stuff like that. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna start off with the weather. I'm gonna start doing that. Even we do that on Morning Ninjas. That's on Tuesday mornings. And I'm going to continue to do the weather on Morning Ninja Sports just because. All right. We are a news show, so I guess sports is news. Maybe you want to get out there and play some baseball today or soccer, some outside sports, and you need to know what the weather is. So of course, you're going to come to a real Morning Ninja Sports house. So. For that, of course you're going to come here for that. Why would you go to the news? I don't understand that. Why would you do that? Today's high right now is 65 degrees, but today's high. Hold on, just making sure I got everything popped up. 1 second. Okay, I got stuff for you today. Got some stuff for you today. All right. Hold on. So, again, today, right now, it is 65 degrees. But the high of today will be 70 degrees. Tomorrow, the high will be 69 degrees. Saturday is a little bit cooler at 57 degrees. Get even cooler on Sunday at 54 degrees, but we're coming back up on Monday for 60 degrees. And next Tuesday will be 71 degrees. And then we're going to drop down a couple more degrees on Wednesday at 67 degrees. All right. So that's your 7-day forecast. Right now, the air quality is very good at 27. It feels like 57, even though it's 65 degrees outside. So it is a little chilly. 65 feels chilly to me always. All right. The UV index is at a moderate 4. I'm not sure what that is. Wind is at a nice 15 miles per hour, and it is going northeast. The gust is at 27 miles an hour. I'm not sure what's the difference between wind and gust. You know what? On Morning Ninjas Tuesday, we're going to figure out what's the difference between wind and gust. Okay, because I need to know now. This is the sports show. We ain't going to do that here. And the sunset is at 7:53. So if you're trying to get your basketball games in, your football games in, any soccer games in today, it turns night close to 8. So 7:53. All right. So get your games in. And it is perfectly clear outside at 10 miles an hour. 10 miles. You can see 10 miles in front of you. Okay. So if you got a quarterback and he say, it's foggy outside, he's lying. All right. The sun's in my eye because it's very clear outside. Get your game up. That's all. And humidity is at a nice 83%. I think that's good. And that is your local weather. So, like I said, this isn't a traditional sports show. So we don't really give sports updates like play-by-plays and stuff like that. But we do got some sports stats, not stats. Let's say sports scores. That's what we do. All right. So right here we have the upcoming and it's playoffs. Of course, we definitely talking about the playoffs right now today. Some big news. So tonight at 9:00, the Denver Nuggets play the Los Angeles Clippers. And that's in basketball. So then when you move over to baseball, the Minnesota Twins is playing the Cleveland Guardians. The St. Louis Cardinals, Go Cards, are playing the Cincinnati Reds. The Oakland Athletics is then playing the Texas Rangers. Also at 1:10 p.m., these weird times they have, we got the Milwaukee Brewers playing the Chicago White Sox. At 12:10 p.m., and this is Central Standard Time. Check your local listings, and if you're from somewhere else. We got the Kansas City Royals playing the Tampa Bay Rays. And then we got the Chicago Cubs playing the Pittsburgh Pirates today at 11:35. That's AM, not PM. All right, so that's like a noon game. Then we have the Arizona Diamondbacks coming in to play the New York Mets today at 12:10. Don't miss that. I'm not a big baseball fan, but I do like the Mets. Is that I think just because of their colors. I'm not sure. Then we have some hockey scores here. And again, I told you I'm going to get my hockey game up. All right, I'm working on it, so I need to know these teams when I see them. All right. I don't know who. This is Florida. Let's say the Florida Cougars. That's what it looked like. All right, against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Cougars won 6-3. That's a pretty high score for a hockey game, I think. Then we have the Montreal Canadiens. Am I right? Montreal Canadiens. That's right. Okay. Versus the let's see. I need to know this one. Damn it. The Montreal Canadiens. And these are the Washington Capitals, all right? The Montreal Canadiens lost 1-4 against the Washington Capitals. And then we have the St. Louis Blues losing. If you know, I'm from Springfield, Illinois, not far from St. Louis. But they lost a 3-5 game to the Winnipeg Jets. All right, so that is your upcoming games and your final scores. All right, we do got more stuff. So it is playoff time, and so we're going to get into some playoff news here shortly. But before that, we got some other news. All right. Before that, we got some other news. A prank was made So let me just get into the story, all right? But you know what? I'm just gonna get into the story, all right? The Falcons have been fined $250,000, and the defensive coordinator Jeff Urbach has been fined $100,000. Goddamn, as a result of Urbrich's, where the fuck this nigga name is? Oldbrich's son participating in a prank to call Shedeur Sanders during the NFL draft. Okay, I do have a video of that. The NFL confirmed the fines on Wednesday for the roles by the Falcons and the Urbrich in failing to prevent the disclosure of confidential information distributed to the club in advance of the NFL draft. So we watching this together, okay? I ain't 100% what's the big deal about pranking, but it sounds like the prank was made with real info. So that makes it not a prank. That means it was something else. All right. So the Falcons, who disclosed the role of Urbrich's 21-year-old son, Jax, in the prank call of Sanders, was waiting for his name to be called in the draft, said Wednesday they accepted the discipline from the league. All right. So this ain't even a young boy. It's a 21-year-old playing on the phone. The Falcons also said Urbrich's family is working with the organization to participate in community service initiatives related to the last week's matter. On Sunday, the Falcons said that the statement that Jack Oldbrich, what the fuck? This stupid ass name. Jax Oldbrich unintentionally came across the draft contact phone number of Shedeur Sanders off an open iPad while visiting his parents' home and wrote the number down later to conduct the prank call. See, we're in a time where stuff like this gets a lot of validation. So even though his dad got fined $100,000, which he has, and the team got fined $250,000, which they have, the young boy got the outcome. Not the young boy, he's a young man. The young man got the outcome that he was looking for. He got the clout. His name's all over the place. Jax Oldbrich was sitting beside the unidentified friend who actually made the call to Sanders on Friday, on the second day of the draft. So not only is Jax Oldbrich, he a goofy, because you got the number and then your friend called. Like a lot of times it ain't what you think. So Jax Oldbrich, he got the number and his friend like, oh, let's prank call him. But his friend don't got nothing to lose, okay, except the clout that he's gonna gain. But they didn't say his name, so good. Glad they didn't get a friend's name. Sanders, a standout quarterback from Colorado, is the son of Buffalo's coach and Pro Football Hall of Fame Deion Sanders, who began his NFL career with the Falcons. So this was probably a dream of Sanders to play for the Falcons. Definitely get drafted like his dad there. Even though I don't think the Falcons is that good. I promise y'all next season, next basketball season, next football season, I'm going to be proficient with everything on these sports. So I'm talking about from rankings to who's the top quarterback, who's the top running back, who's the best defensive back. That's my goal for this show. You know what I'm saying? I'm constructing this sports show as I go. All right, so we're gonna get it together. Sanders, who entered the draft expecting to be first-round pick, was selected Saturday in the 5th round. Damn, by Cleveland Browns. Shit. You thought you were going to be first round? Then went 5th round? That's, you had a lot of wrong information there. Sorry, Sanders. But the Falcons said Jeff Albrecht was unaware of the data exposed or the prank until after the fact. The team offered a sincere apology to Shedeur Sanders' family, and Jack Albrecht also posted a public apology on social media. The NFL continued to investigate the prank calls made to the other players during the NFL draft. The Associated Press reported Tuesday the call came from Shedeur Sanders, wasn't related to the other pranks. Tyler Warren, Kyle McCord, Mason Graham, and Chase London has also reported receiving prank calls. Damn. All right. I'm not mad at, I mean, you know what? This is young people's lives, but it ain't nothing but other young people pranking them. So this is something that will definitely catch on. You're going to see a better prank next year. Know that. You're going to see better pranks. So this is the father of the prankster. He is an NFL coach, which the Atlanta Falcons got fined $250,000 for the prank, and the dad got fined $100,000 for the prank. Do this go to Shedeur Sanders' family? What does that money go to? Who are they fining and what for? Or did they breach a contract, some type of contract? I know, but because something that somebody else did, the NFL gets some money? That don't make sense to me. Well, why? Who they find? That's what I want to know. So I have the apology letter here. Hold on. So I got the apology letter. Bam, this is from the Sun. Said on Friday night I made a okay. So just starting with the topic, you can read it yourself. I'm gonna read it for you also. Jack Albrecht, the son of Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Albrecht, has released a statement apologizing for his prank to Shedeur Sanders during the NFL draft. I hope you forgive me, he says. On Friday night, I made a tremendous mistake. Shedeur, what I did was completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful. I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish and childish. I could never imagine getting ready to celebrate one of the greatest moments of your life, and I made a terrible mistake and messed with the moment. Thank you for accepting my call earlier today. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. All right. So Jack Albrecht got exactly what he wanted. He got some exposure. Obviously, he's nobody. You know what I mean? Your dad is the defensive coordinator for the Falcons, and you're not a football player. So you're calling and pranking other football players. This young man, you messed up his Deion Sanders' son at that. And man, come on, man. And I also have the prank here if you would like to hear the prank. So here goes the prank.
Hey, is this Shedeur? This is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
It's gonna be nothing to do.
Hey, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that.
What does that mean?
What? What did he say?
I don't know.
Three classes of what it mean, and you was on the phone.
You heard that? He said you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
That's weird.
Sorry about that. What the fuck? I don't know what that was. It's 50-50. But nobody got this number though.
It was private.
Did they just troll, bro?
I Man, he just got trolled, bro. They tripping now, fam. Now I'm gonna crash out, bro.
It is what it is. They said we're gonna tell you what the next bit, but you gotta wait a little bit longer. That's wild. It is what it is.
Think about
Makes the story better.
all the quarterbacks after the top two. With number one, Cam Ward went one, Jackson Dart went late first. Now he gets the third quarterback off the board.
That's crazy. I'm gonna let it finish playing out. But man, I never seen this. All right, I just heard about it. I didn't want to watch it because I wanted to react to it on here. But my gosh, like that was like pranks supposed to be funny. All right. Mean pranks can be funny, but they gotta be more funny than mean. All right. When it's more mean than funny, it's not funny. Okay. So this will only be funny to people who don't like the Falcons, maybe don't like Deion Sanders, maybe don't like his son. Okay. So this is really horrible. You know what I mean? So I see where the fine is necessary. This fine is very necessary because it's a bad look on the NFL. Like how we know that the defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, didn't put his son up to doing this. And then his son sent another dude off to do it because he know he didn't want to get in trouble. No, that's my dad. I shouldn't do it. Doesn't matter. You still was part of it. So look at this. Look at this. I mean, this guy can't be more than 22 years old, and you just really fucked with his head. Like everybody here is like, what? You know what I mean? Like that really hurt a lot of feelings right there. You know, that's crazy. I feel for this young man. All right.
Who?
The weather count the other day favorable.
No, they ain't pick nobody up.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm sitting there trying to read the popularity of the people. Yeah, me too. I'm looking at Brandon Staley, the defensive coordinator. I'm going, does he look happy? Kellen Moore happy? Which one of these guys is really looking at Mickey Loomis going, hey, thank you for giving me the guy I wanted? You would think
Where that ball at?
with quarterback
Where the football at?
Derek Carr's health situation would be something
I like that he shook it off.
that they would want to impress. But wide receiver, the availability of their wide receivers right now, they have some help in the wide receiver. But that'd be a position that they will say, Kellen Moore, you're going to have his fingerprint all over the
What'd they get?
They didn't say yet.
Where the real phone call at though?
Sure.
They did a switch up.
What's up, Green Bay?
Nobody got chose yet.
All right.
So if this the first day, or if this the first round, he expected he was gonna go first round, then they ain't gonna have on this video, the video of him accepting his like getting a call, because why do the fifth round? I mean, I would, believe it or not, fifth round or not, if you went first to fifth round, you are in the NFL, and that's a pretty prestigious club. All right, scrubs don't make it there. Even the worst player in the NFL is better than everybody else in the United States.
With the 40th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Tyler Shuck, quarterback.
Switch it up.
quarterback. There it is.
Wow.
One of the most intriguing prospects.
Wow.
He'll be 26 years old in September. He played parts of 7 seasons in college.
Did he think he
The
was
reaction
You had the phone. Who got that number?
from the dog.
They looking for number to
Three in Texas Tech.
So yeah, that's Deion Sanders' son. Shout out to that young man. He took that very well. I'm gonna say that. He took that extremely well. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I wasn't expecting him to take it no other way other than that, but okay. So let's go ahead and get into some shits. All right. We got some playoff news here for you. All right. The Lakers. All right. Well, the Lakers lost to the Timberwolves 103-96, which put them out of the playoffs. All right, which is shaking up commentators everywhere. Okay, I'm talking about why? Because LeBron James is on the team, and LeBron James on the team, there's going to be some controversy. All right, why? Because he is considered one of the best players in the history of basketball, even considered the greatest player. But with being 2-12 in his playoff record, they're trying to say then he's not, you know what I mean? Which I don't think, me personally, I don't think that championships make you the best player, because basketball is a team sport, okay? So since it's a team sport, it doesn't matter what I do, I still got a whole nother team. I got a couple other guys here that it matters what we all do. So do I think LeBron James is the GOAT? I'm going to say yes. I mean, he has broken a lot of records, all right? Is he the number one best player? I'm gonna say yes. He done broke a lot of records. I think he broke more than Michael Jordan, which is important. You know what I mean? To outscore, to out rebound, to out pass, to out assist, to out pass, to out assist. You know, and your winning record. It matters, yes. You know what I mean? I think it matters more than how many times you make it to the playoffs or how many championship rings you got, because I'm going to explain that later. All right. So here we just got some fun here. If you don't know, Shannon Sharpe, he has a quote where he says a couple things and then say Lakers in 5. All right. So we're going to get to Shannon Sharpe here in a little bit. He's definitely in the news right now. But check this out.
Batman, Superman, Lakers in 5.
The Ant-Man, Batman, Superman, Lakers in 5.
Batman, Superman, Lakers in 5. Batman, Superman, Lakers in 5.
It was Lakers in 5. Definitely Lakers in 5, because they was out in 5 games. All right. I think it was 1-4 in the playoffs. Lakers in 5. All right. So the controversy has stirred up a big uproar, okay, on who is the greatest players. If LeBron is number one, and a guy by the name of John Root, he is on X, had a very good take on if LeBron James is the best player. And he says actually Steph Curry is a greater player than LeBron James. So, and I agree, stats matter. Stats matter. All right. You can't accidentally be the leading scorer of the league all time. You can't accidentally do that. All right. You can't, there's no propaganda to do that. You can't fluff up anybody's attributes or stats, because they're all recorded like in real time. So John Root, he has a interesting take, and here it is. He says History will prove that LeBron's era was not dominated by him. It was dominated by Stephen Curry. Steph Curry, who stayed loyal to one team, made his teammates better and done way more with less. He has changed the game more than LeBron could have ever dreamed. Do you believe that? LeBron has hopped around from team to team and tried his best with the team up with as many all-stars and future Hall of Famers as possible. He's blamed the playoff failures on many of his coaches he helped get fired. His style of play, mostly his flopping and super team building, has hurt the overall product. The nepotism leading to his son, Bronny, getting drafted will not ever age well. Steph Curry, even outshine LeBron in the Olympics. While LeBron has always been a basketball legend and deserves the respect that he has on the court and his accomplishment, he will never be remembered as the best player of his era. I don't believe that. Okay, LeBron definitely, even if he's not the best player, he is definitely the one you think about the most. And a lot of people had a lot of smoke for this man. So somebody's Gas, he says, once Steph got his 4th ring, it became valid to rank him above LeBron in the all-time standings. Uh-oh. Morning, Ninja. We got Holly in the house. Thanks for tuning in. A lot of people don't agree with him saying that Steph Curry is a better player than him. Has he changed the game better than LeBron? You know what? Next season I can tell you that because I don't know this season. I'm not well versed in all of Steph Curry and I'm not well versed in all of LeBron. So I won't give that assessment to myself, which one is the better. But if I had to choose one, I would say it was LeBron, who was the better player and more goatish of status, just off of media coverage, social media, favorites, jersey sales, shoes sales. You know what I mean? So he must be just a little bit more epic. All right. I have a video here of the game last night, and they were saying it's not a game without LeBron flopping. Let's check out the LeBron flop.
James is down. Randall picks up his 3rd. Watch the collision. The foul goes on DiVincenzo for the 3rd time.
That's huge.
On the collision with Dante DiVincenzo.
He had 8. Number 3 on Randall.
Randall picks up his 3rd. Watch the collision here.
I'm not going to lie. That was a superb acting job right there. Superb. Okay, I'm going to blow that up, man. That was actually amazing. Like, he ran into him and bounced off of him exactly like he knew what he was about to do. He knew what he was about to do. This is definitely a flop.
James is down. Randall picks up his 3rd. Watch the collision. The foul goes on DiVincenzo for the 3rd time.
Damn, like immediately.
That's
on the collision with Dante DiVincenzo.
He had 8. Number 3 on Randall.
Randall picks up his 3rd. Watch the collision here.
That's why I say he won't be the best because he relies on tactics like that. Okay, and me personally, I say whatever it takes to win. Okay, whatever it takes to win. John Root also says, hold on, let me fix my screen real quick. John Root also says, anyone that calls LeBron James the GOAT after getting booted in the 1st round of the playoffs, 4-1, with Luka, supposed to be the next best thing in the league, by his side, needs to be admitted to an insane asylum. Okay, that's those are harsh words. You know what I mean? a lot of people are comparing. So that's John Root. He's saying Steph Curry is a better player in this era than LeBron James. But another thing that's going on in the news is that LeBron, so people saying, well, LeBron is one of the best players in the league because of his longevity. He's 40 years old and still doing what he's doing. And I'm gonna say also, now is a different time. Okay, back when, and again, they're showing Michael Jordan when he was 40, and they showing LeBron at 40. Michael Jordan was in the club, not in the club, at the playing poker at 40, while LeBron is on the court, which still says something, all right, because of all of Jordan's accomplishments. And at 40, he wasn't even playing the game. I remember growing up when 40 was an old person. 40 was an old guy, all right? If you was 40 playing if you was 40, you was decrepit almost in the eyes of a lot of people. You know what I mean? Not even the eyes of a lot of people. You was decrepit, okay? 50, you got a walker. You know what I mean? So I think science on how to live better has made an athlete go past the regular prime, because I'm a professional athlete myself, and I say I'm still moving at the same as I was 10 years ago. Why? Because I stayed with it. Again, I got a lot more knowledge probably than Michael Jordan in his era had. You know, when the vaccines first started and McDonald's was real big as it is, ain't as big as bigger than it is now. You know what I mean? McDonald's is forever, but we got more knowledge on the stuff we're eating, okay? So I think that's why athletes, because let's say even Floyd Mayweather is 50-something, still boxing. We got a lot of older athletes, definitely in some of the roughest sports, like MMA, Romero, he is 46, 47, still knocking niggas out, you know what I mean? So I don't think this is a fair comparison to say which one at 40 was doing what at 40, because back then when he came back to play for the Wizards, Michael Jordan, he was considered old, okay? So they just showing, so this is a big debate and a big discussion on who was doing what at 40. It's just a video of LeBron losing last night, and people saying he's a disappointment. Even though to play in the NBA championship game would never be a disappointment. You can never be called a disappointment to do that. So check this out. LeBron James is 2-12 in his last 14 playoff games. But he had 14 playoff games. I mean, and played in them. Did well in them, you know what I mean? So didn't win. You can't win everything, you know what I mean? All because you didn't win don't make you a loser. All right? To never try makes you the loser. To not win means you lost. Okay, so here go another reason why they call Michael Jordan the GOAT and LeBron can't be the GOAT. And to be number one or number two is awesome. Okay, so they say Michael Jordan Hall of Fame teammates is Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, and I don't know who that last guy is right down there. But then we got okay. See what my basketball knowledge is. We got Jesus Shuttleworth, Dwayne Insane, what's it? Dwayne Wade, Dwayne Insane Wade. We got the Booty Bandit. We got his name. Forgot his name. Derrick Rose, Chicago legend. I can't remember his name. Can't remember his name. Damn. I just can't remember his name. Carmelo Anthony. Russell Westbrook. Shaq. That he played with what's my boy name? Damn. He was cold, defensive player. They got him over here as future Hall of Famer. Okay. But this is Luka Doncic. He can't be a Hall of Famer already. And I don't know who this guy is, all right? So, I mean, it's a big difference. You know what I mean? But maybe, I mean, this don't prove anything, all right? Because maybe the best players just came out when LeBron was out. You know what I mean? So it's definitely players that's on these same people level. So where is like these are the players that LeBron played with. Where is Kevin Durant and Andre Iguodala and Stephen Curry? You know what I mean? So just as many stars over here as a lot of other stars all through the league during this time right now. You know what I mean? Like a lot of Hall of Famers are still playing ball right now. Hold on, let me say. We got to check that out. How many Hall of Famers are still playing basketball? How many Hall of Famers still play basketball? Look, Hall of Fame teammates. It says there is no current Hall of Famer still playing basketball. The player must be retired for four full season before eligible of that. Players inducted into the Hall of Fame are typically past their playing careers. Oh, okay. Well, shit. I'm just saying, like, shit, motherfucking Russell Westbrook is still in the league. Oh, okay. Okay, so none of these players are still playing. I'm gonna say that. Luka Doncic is still playing. What's this nigga name? I can't remember. He must be out too. Okay. Russell Westbrook is still playing basketball though. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, he just played against the Clippers on April 29th. He won 25 minutes, 21 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. All right, so I don't know why they got it. But I guess they say he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Okay, good. So is LeBron not a Hall of Famer? I'm confused now. Damn, see, this is why I got to get all my sports game all the way up, okay? But they debating on If even he better than Jordan. How is he better than Jordan? I don't think this is a fair representation. Just better players. So these are the teammates that LeBron has played with. But can we just say better players have came out since then? Since Michael Jordan time? So even though he played with 12, 13 of some of the greatest players, who says he didn't play against 40 of the other, not 40, definitely can't be 40, but let's say he didn't play against at least, probably 40 of some of the best players ever, okay? Not on his team, played against, okay? Hold on, we gotta investigate this just a little bit, all right? So I want to know how many great players did LeBron play against? Well, let's say Hall of Fame players. How many Hall of Fame players play against? I think that matters also. Give me a second. I don't know. Let's take a look. Check out the AI called Grok. It helps me get a lot of. Chris Bosh is that ugly guy. Okay, hold on. We're gonna Chris Bosh. That's what I just popped in my head. Hold on. This is Chris Bosh. This is who I was talking about. Chris Bosh. This is Ben Wallace. There we go. Okay, I knew it would come back to me. I don't know who this white guy is down here, though. I'm not sure who that is. So I want to know how many great players, so he played, so combining inducted and projected Hall of Fame players, LeBron James has likely played against 27 Hall of Fame players as opponents in his NBA career. This includes Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Ginobili, Parker, Nowinski, Gasol, O'Neal, Kidd, Nash, Wallace, Bosh, Howard, Anthony Phillips, and Carter. Who's on? Fucking Vince Carter, okay. And he played against projected Hall of Famer Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Paul, Leonard, Irvin, Westbrook, Harden, Rose, Green, and Thompson. Okay, so 27. So LeBron James has played against 27 Hall of Famers. Okay, so how many Hall of Famers did Michael Jordan play against? 27 was LeBron's, okay? They're going on who players that are in the Hall of Fame and projected to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure anybody who Michael Jordan played against, if they're supposed to be in the Hall of Fame, they'll be in the Hall of Fame right now. Okay. So check out the verdict. Okay. So Michael Jordan likely had played against 22 Hall of Fame players as opponents in his NBA career. Oh, okay. All right. So it was 22 versus 27. Does that matter? Does that matter? And these are future Hall of Famers. We definitely had like still other great players. I don't even know how you even would look that up. Like what is the next tier under Hall of Fame? So then I got another question for Groke. Okay, so Michael Jordan likely played against 22 Hall of Famers. They all inducted his Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Dumars, Rodman, Barkley, Drexler, Olajuwon, Ewan, Malone, Stockton, Robinson, Richmond, Wilkins, Miller, Payton, O'Neal, Mourning, Mutombo, Mullins, Abdul-Jabbar, and Bryant. Kobe, that is. Okay. Did they never have Kobe Bryant on? I don't know. So what will be the next question? Who played against tougher Hall of Famers? Okay, if LeBron James played against 27 Hall of Famers, and Michael Jordan played against 22 Hall of Famers. Which player, so if LeBron James played against 27 Hall of Famers and Michael Jordan played against 22 Hall of Famers, did Michael Jordan or LeBron, which one played against a higher caliber of Hall of Famers? Which one, we'll put in parentheses, Michael Jordan or LeBron James which one played against a higher caliber of Hall of Fame? Now, Grok is an AI program, and I like Grok because it just don't give you an answer. It like breaks down its answers and why it does that and why did it come up with this answer. So it's not necessarily has to be the right answer, but the way it shows you how it comes to its conclusion, and then it's going to tell you with all these factors, in there, then this is why it believes what it believes. So the question is, how many Hall of Famers? Okay, no. Hold on, let me find my. Okay, so the question is, if LeBron James played against 27 Hall of Famers and Michael Jordan played against 22 Hall of Famers, which one, LeBron James or Michael Jordan, played against the higher caliber of Hall of Famers? So, so you had to evaluate each player. So, defining caliber, so how they define caliber growth is the person, the accolades, prime versus non-prime. So the accolades of each player, prime versus non-prime. So when you was at your best and when you was out at your worst, the difference between that, playoff intensity. Okay, so I guess playoffs do matter. Okay, so growth, and then era context. So that means the level of talent during these times. So LeBron James, 27 Hall of Fame opponents. Okay, the accolades of those is MVPs. So they got accolades. Who got the MVP? So, and who got championships? Then the matchups, the playoff context, and the era. And then they did the same thing with Michael Jordan. So then they compared the caliber of the players, the accolades, the primetime matchups, playoff intensity, era, and the longevity of each player between LeBron and Jordan. They gave advantages to both. So the assessment on Jordan is that Jordan's advantages is that his opponents had more MVPs, 17 versus 12, and he faced a concentrated talent in a smaller NBA with iconic playoff battles against primetime superstars. The physicality of his era and fewer teams made each matchup grueling. But LeBron's advantage is that his opponents had more championships, 42 to 24, and he faced dynastic super teams such as the Warriors or Spurs with multiple Hall of Famers in a single series. His longer career exposed him to more elite competition across the eras. Okay, so if he would have played a normal season or like a normal career, then it's possible that he would have seen just as many Hall of Famers as Jordan, but he played longer. So in conclusion, Michael Jordan likely played against higher caliber of Hall of Famers, primarily due to the higher MVP count among his opponents and the concentrated talent of his era in a smaller NBA, where the prime superstars like Bird, Johnson, Malone, and Olajuwon were frequently foes in intense playoff settings. LeBron's opponents, while numerous and decorated with championships, include some of the past their prime players like O'Neal, and to benefit from his longer career, slightly diluting his per game caliber. So they're going the whole career, even though he went longer. They're saying that's diluting it a little bit because, you know, the more games you play, the higher your percentage is, or the lower. Okay, so if you only played 2 games in your NBA career and you won both of them, you got 100% win rate. But if you got 100 games in your career and you lost 25 of those, you had a 75% win rate. So who's really the best? by percentage. So they're saying that that matters. That percentage matters. Okay. So yeah. So Groke says Michael Jordan had the higher caliber of team of competition. All right. So you know what? Groke has logically changed my mind on who's the better player out of Michael Jordan and LeBron James. So shout outs to Groke. My mind isn't easily changed. Got some more though for you. Hold on. We loading. What's going on?
Damn, we went wrong.
Okay. So they just showing LeBron and his one of his mini flip outs.
Damn, we went wrong. I gave you my heart. I gave you my soul. I gave you.
As a matter of fact, I was the one who said I loved you first. It was about 8 years ago. Don't act like you don't know.
Damn, we went wrong.
Went into my R&B bag right there. So this is people people throwing us some LeBron stats. So again, LeBron James is 2-12 in his last playoff games appearance. In 2023, 0-4 with the Nuggets versus the Nuggets. In 2024, 1-4 versus the Nuggets. It got a little better. You know what I mean? Sure, Nuggets look like they are some Laker killers. And then this year at 1-4, the Timberwolves taking them out. But they went all the way back to every year since 2019 for LeBron. So 2019 missed the championships. This is LeBron era with the Lakers. Missed playoffs. That's his first year there. 2020, he get to the championships. He won the championship, so you got to give him some credit. He won one, all right. But in 2021, eliminated in the first round. 2022 missed the playoffs. 2023 swept. That was that Nugget game. 2024 eliminated in the first round, and 2025 eliminated in the first round. I'm not sure what.
Reed seems to caught his breath. He's at the other end and ready to go.
I don't know what I'm about to say. I'm kind of hot, but it probably was very insightful and intelligent. Believe it or not. All right, guaranteed. But got another clip here. This is a clip of Luka Doncic. All right, the future, the future face of the NBA, which is major. So LeBron is the future face of the NBA right now. Luka Doncic is soon to be, but this is somebody saying Luka Doncic is the worst defender he ever seen, and this is a clip from the game with the Wolves, with the Timberwolves.
Reed seems to caught his breath. He's at the other end and ready to go. Randall, good start for him. In the corner, left three. The three is down. Reed seems to caught his breath. He's at the other end and ready to go. Randall, good start for him. In the corner, left three.
I'm not sure why that's his fault.
Reed seems to caught his breath.
Because this guy is this man's man, all right? He wasn't paying attention to the guy who stuck behind him. Hold on. So okay, all right. I know my basketball, goddamn it. So look, he ain't looking. Luka Doncic ain't looking. He too worried about the ball instead of his defender. Who he defending? Okay, he want to score. So he want to make a play instead of locking down his player. That's how you win the game. See, just snuck right behind him. And whoever this is up here, that is very good court awareness to notice he snuck behind him. Because he's looking over here. He ain't even looking at this nigga. Ain't turned to check for his player at all. Double teaming here. This guy is actually defended right now. He is defended right now. Look, because you can see him keeping him in the corner of his eye. All right. Looking at the ball. Luka Doncic ain't turned around and look at nothing. He calling for it. He saw it already. He been seen it. He's seen it. So he pointed over there. He pointed over there to the corner. He's like, hey, give it to him. Because he won it. He won it. Everybody at the top. Everybody at the top of the key. Everybody locked up except one person. Luka Doncic didn't even look over here. One person ain't locked up. Okay, he said, throw it to him. Threw it to him. Hold on. Do it there. Somebody off camera. So he threw it to him. Bullets. Suck you in a little bit. Fake the shot. Make you bite. Make you bite. Zoop. Gravy train.
No good start for him. In the corner, left three. The three is down.
Okay, that was bad defense. One more time, straight
to caught his breath. He's at the other end and ready to go. Randall, good start for him. In the corner, left three. The three is down.
Great job. That was bad defense. I'm not gonna say he's the worst defender I've ever seen, though. No. He wouldn't be as great a player if he didn't have no defense. But this is Rudy Gobert. He snapped career high in the playoffs. 24 rebounds, 2 blocks, got 27 points. Man, he went crazy to put the Lakers out. But this is also a reason why you don't say Michael Jordan is the best, because Scottie Pippen's stats are just as good as Michael Jordan's. Okay? Everything Michael Jordan did, Scottie Pippen did also, and in some cases did better. But I feel like Michael Jordan's road to success was way tougher. And without Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen wouldn't have been as great as player as he was. So, but the numbers don't lie. So Scottie Pippen versus Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen had 11 seasons. Jordan had 13. Scottie Pippen was never swept. Jordan swept 2 times. Scottie Pippen is a 6-time NBA champion. So is Jordan. Scottie Pippen had no 3-time first-round exit, and Jordan had 3 first-round exits. So Jordan Pippen never got put out in the first round in any playoff he was in. He had no back-to-back losses, but Jordan had back-to-back sweeps. Yeah, so I mean, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. So if you want to go off their metrics, even Scottie Pippen a little bit better. But moving on, and don't got a lot of time to talk about Mr. Shark. But if you don't know about him, he is in some trouble right now with the law because this young lady, 22-year-old OnlyFans model, sex worker, is suing him for $50 million for some grapery. All right, and I definitely think it's a shakedown, 100%. She knows what she's doing, but also a man like Shannon Sharp should know what he's doing around a young lady like this. All right. To be 55 or 56, I'm not sure how old he is. I'm not saying you shouldn't be messing with 20-year-olds or 22-year-olds, because when you get to a status like his, you like caviar, you know what I mean? So unless he was trying to, but I felt like he was trying to wipe up this little lady, all right? You don't wipe up women like this at his age unless it's an actual intention to do so. You know, this was a weird relationship, definitely based in lust and sex. So no, this wasn't the one, you know what I mean? So if you're gonna go as young as 20s, sir, you know, then you should have picked a more worthy 20, not an OnlyFans worker, you know what I mean? I know you're looking for somebody who has freaky sex, but I'm pretty sure you can find a regular lady that would do the things you like done to you, which I'm pretty sure they are debaucherous things, okay? He look like he like to get a little freaky in the bed, Skip. Cap, I like some little nasty in my bedrooms, Cap. Okay, but a little update. Shannon Sharp temporarily exits ESPN's amid his explosive allegations. He vows to clear his name and cites it was a consensual relationship, because she's saying that a woman that he was in a relationship is saying that he raped her. I feel like it's a hard thing to do, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? So I think he's innocent, and I think she's just a smart young lady. But here go another statement from. Here go a statement from. Which one is this? Well, hold on. He said, so this is from Shannon Sharp page. So my statement is found here. This is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I'm electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. So this is him talking about him stepping away from ESPN. I'll be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with all the false and disreputable allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. Sincerely appreciated the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, friends, and colleagues. Okay. So my man Corey Holcomb, which I got a couple clips for him here. He thinks that it's a hoax. He said if he doesn't get fired from ESPN, then it's fake. He didn't get fired. He just stepping away, it says. Just says he's stepping away. So that still don't say Corey Holcomb is wrong. But right here,
you've got a certain level.
We got Corey Holcomb. He's giving his just him talking about the situation, and him and his co-hosts Darlene Ortiz and Craig Fax. Let's check it out.
people when you see that you're making more money than you say you did when you were in the NFL. So why would you now jeopardize that?
Well, see, I'll say it this way, because he definitely had enough experience from all those years, so he knows that this is not new. But I will say he was caught up in a honey trap.
This is not Tariq Nasheed. I forgot his name. But he's like Muslim or part of that crew, you know what I'm saying? Forgot his name. Very smart, very intelligent. I like this guy. I can't think of his name.
Okay, now, in a honey trap, also known as love traps, it is an Israeli tactic. It's an Israeli Mossad agent governmental tactic.
Ooh, we get some deep shit.
Where people are set up with agents. Women are set up to be around you, right? They're agents. They have a mark. They're giving your folder. This is the person. Let's say it's Craig. Okay, Craig Smith. This is where he lives. This is what he likes. The common places he eats, how he dresses, what his show is, what are his likes, his dislikes, what kind of food, all this stuff. They're given a folder. This is very real. And they study it. They learn everything about you, and they go to the common places where you normally are. Then they start to finish your sentences for you. They start to bring you things. And I saw you over there, like this, man. I like the way you talk, man. That joke is funny, etc.
Intention bombing.
Intention, all that, love bombing. And
Right,
so you get caught in that.
bombing.
Next thing you know, they have you in the bed with them. Next thing you know, you're involved with them. Now they're around you in your life and all this, and you're like, damn, I love this woman. All of a sudden, and then boom, oh, he raped me. Oh, boom, you had $100 million contract coming down the line. I'm suing you for $50 million. That was a mark hit. That is a honey trap, love trap, Israeli Mossad tactic. It is very real. Happens all the time. Now, whether or not she directly was instructed to do that, she did that. She's an OnlyFans individual, which means money is the first thing. I'm using men's lust for me to get money. I'm going to go after a big fish. Shannon Sharp, making a lot of money. I've been hanging around with him. Let me see how much money I can get out of this man. $100 million contract. If I say rape now, I can get at least half of that. This is very real. It is a business. And one thing I don't want us to misunderstand is that just because a lot of these individual females are OnlyFans models doesn't mean they're unintelligent. They're very intelligent, they're very calculated with what they're doing. How do you think these women feel going up here showing their bodies for $5.99 a month, $10.99, whatever their damn price is? They know this is going to be on the internet forever. They know it's going to be out there. They know they've already factored that in, most of them. They know. But once they get to a certain caliber where they're invited to these back house parties, they're around certain celebrities and artists, they get dressed a certain way, they get the BBLs done, they get dressed up, fitted, all of that just to catch the attention of certain people who they've been planning to get for a very long time. This is intentional. I'm not going to pretend as if, it just happens. These Negroes are targeted.
Right.
And they're open to be targeted. They make themselves targeted. The Most High Elijah Muhammad said, in the last days, it is our righteousness that will sustain us. Meaning, if your discipline is not on point and in check, you will not be able to see the agents, the snakes in the field. You won't be able to see them because you're so caught up in the nostalgia. I feel so good. Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm successful and all that. And they just sitting there like, I'm about to take this nigga down. You don't even know.
Darlene, I want y'all to look at this text strand right here. Okay, this is the picture I got.
Okay.
From a young lady, right?
Okay.
It's the setup picture, right?
Oh,
all this stuff. What does that last paragraph say? Will you read that out loud, D? What does that last paragraph say?
The entire thing?
Just read that last paragraph.
Hey there, I hope you're well. I can't tell you anything now, but I need an initial investment of $11.05 upfront plus optional 10 to 50 per month for tools. The business plan is built, but I need to protect it before I share.
Brother,
I don't know this bitch. I ain't never slept with her. It's just I saw her one day. She did the shit like you said, almost as if she had a folder. Corey Holcomb, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, yeah. Well, I do this, I do that. Okay, take my number down and we can get you to do this. I'm a nigga, so I am trying to see who she is. I couldn't wait for this text. This
is Corey Holcomb telling about his experience with the same thing, the honey pot experience right there, all right? I got some more about Shannon Sharp. So, this right
None
here,
of this Shannon Sharp shit. 1 week you getting 100.
That's what we think is a setup. All right. It's not a setup. It's definitely, and I think it's a setup. All right. That's what I think. I think that he's getting set up by this young lady. But Corey Holcomb says that it's just fake. It's all publicity. Okay. So even though he got taken off of ESPN or he stepped back from ESPN, that don't mean ESPN isn't part of the whole deal. You know what I mean? So if it is fake, so as in Shannon Sharp came up with this idea to get some good publicity of his show, which is him getting an allegation from a young lady. And I mean, if she making, he made $100 million deal with whoever for his podcast, and she's asking for $50 million. So, if in order to do some publicity for his podcast now, to give her 10 million of this 100 million will be nothing. You know what I mean? And ESPN will be down with him beating the case. It shows that she's a liar, and then they welcome him back because he did nothing. All right. That's just far-fetched for me. It feels like that's a real movie type, you dig? You know what I mean? I don't think that's what they're doing. So what I think is it's just a classic setup, but this is Corey Holcomb and his take on what's going on.
None of this Shannon Sharp shit. 1 week he getting $100 million. Next week he gets sued for $50 million. He on Instagram live fucking the bitch according to what the sound say. All this shit, let me tell you something. Shannon Sharp is never going to eclipse having Cat Williams on his show. Just stop it. Stop it. I believe this is all a publicity stunt. Who is the woman, how she look? Is she young for real? I want to know all the details before I get to thinking Shannon Sharp really fighting somebody trying to get at him for $50 million, because I heard it's the lawyers that tried to get at Jay-Z. These lawyers are willing to play ball for money. This is a publicity stunt in my eye. I do not believe Shannon Sharp would rape anybody, but I do believe he will rape the mind of people because the media is allowed to lie with.
All right, so that's Corey Holcomb stance on this. All right. Little Mo. All right. Now, y'all know, Shaquille O'Neal is like the 50 Cent of basketball. He's the pettiest of the pettiest. I remember he said, hey, Kobe, how my ass tastes. Hey, Kobe, how my ass tastes. He made a whole song telling Kobe how his ass, asking Kobe how his butt tastes. You know what I mean? I mean, it was some context behind that, but okay, Shaq. You know what I mean? Y'all forget he is from the streets, from the hood. He is a rapper. And he's actually a very talented rapper also. You know what I mean? But he did basketball. You got to choose one or the other. And he was better at basketball than rapping. But still a pretty good rapper. You know what I mean? So,
oh no.
Here's just some information about Shaq. Like I said, petty Shaq.
You're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there. I am quiet. Hey, he said, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back to him a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why.
So he said, please be quiet. He said, hey, he offered top dollar. I'm just letting you know. So I forgot this guy's name. But he offering top. He's saying he telling. I think this is his Shannon Sharp's assistant. That hey, he trying to pay top dollar, man, and he trying to pay top dollar. So I got a friend calling me right now. Well, we're going. I do got a client coming in, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this out here shortly. But y'all know Petty Shack. So there's just some updates about
so he wanted
the Shannon Sharp stuff.
Since we took it a little too far.
Hold on, let me see it. This is a tweet from. One second, y'all. I'm a businessman. So this is a tweet from a player that played with Shannon Sharp on the Denver Broncos. He said, I played on the Denver Broncos in 1990 to 1991, and my locker was next to Shannon Sharp's. I'm a white person who played as a tailback for the Broncos at that time and listened to Shannon Sharp make fun of me and calling me dirty white boy to the entire team. And I would hear him call white women devils when he walked to the black teammates who dated white women. He was the biggest racist I've ever encountered in my life at that time. There's no question he went on and excelled as an NFL athlete, but this moral compass was broken back then. I've always told my family and friends what a dirtbag he was, so this doesn't surprise me. That's funny. Okay, so this is a teammate of his. And then we got another black man named Tariq Nasheed that definitely thinks it is a shakedown. All right. So that's all I got for you. I was gonna commentate on that Tariq Nasheed video and a couple other clips I had, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. Gave you the gist of that. So we'll keep you updated on the Shannon Sharp business. The Lakers is out of the playoffs, so that's something right there. Big news right there. And let's see. What I got coming up? I got some Mother's Day stuff coming up. It's a lot of stuff. I ain't got time to tell you all of it, but check me out on my Prez A Dent page. It's all there. So also it is Tuesday, so next time it's Thursday. So next time you'll see me is on Monday at 8:30 p.m. for another episode of A Woman Just Like You. I gotta get my voice back because I gotta get in the studio soon. So anytime when I hit that podcast without on tune, no squeak, straight to the studio. Because I know I got it then if I can hit that. But then you'll see me here on Tuesday at 10 a.m. for another episode of Morning Ninjas. And then you'll see me here on Wednesday at 8 o'clock for another episode of Girl Talk. And then 7 days in a row brings you right back to today. Next week, Thursdays, check me out at 10 a.m. for another episode of Morning Ninjas Sports. All right. And there you have it. I'm your host, Prez A Dent. Presidential Fitness and Female Emporium, where you always get a free onion. And that was the Cushion Coffee. I'm high as hell. Cornbread normally says this outro. I'm going to get it down. Cornbread can't join us for the morning show for a while, I'm guessing. Okay, he's new at a job. They have him working on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so it just be me for a while. So I will get that outro down. But until then, thanks for tuning in, and this has been More Than Ninjas Sports. Check me out next time, and see you then. How?
More Than Ninjas? More Than Ninjas? More Than Ninjas?